I'm Varsha and welcome to my channel In the Buckets, and in today's video I'm going to do my first ever book haul in BookTube, and these are all the books that I have acquired during the lockdown, and I have divided all these books in the category of genres, of their various genres. And in this particular video, I'm going to show you all the books that belong to the classic fiction genre that I bought during this lockdown. And I hope you like this video, and all these books are both in new edition and out of print editions. And let me just begin. So the first book that I have to show you is the first novel in Thomas Hardy's Wessex novel series, and this book is the first in the series. Wessex novels are these novels that are set in Wessex, and Wessex is a place that does not exist. In England it used to in the Anglo-Saxon period of history, but Thomas Hardy has created this new world of Wessex and placed his character and their stories. And Under the Green Tree is about these two gentlemen who are newcomers to this town, and they fall in love with this school teacher called Fancy Day, and it's their story. And as you may know, his novels are tragic. It's some tragic events takes place, and yeah, this novel is going to be one of them. And the next book that I want to show you is 6 Acres and a Third by Fakir Mohan Senapati. And Fakir Mohan Senapati is known as the Thomas Hardy of Odisha, and this book is an Odia classic which is translated into English. Odia is a language of the people of Odisha, which is an eastern Indian state. And this book is just let me read to you the blurb. A significant event for not only Indian literature but world literature, Senapati's 6 Acres and a Third is a foundation text in Indian literary history. And this novel is set during the 1830s. This book is about the exploitation of the lower class people during the colonialized India. The next book that I have here in this pile is The Portrait of a Lady by Henry James, and this book is Henry James' masterpiece. And this American classic is something I wanted to read from a really long time, but I didn't know why I never read it. But yeah, I'm happy that I have bought it. And the story is about this American heiress who travels to Europe, and she's kind of really independent, but and also she has rejected two possible suitors for her, but she falls in love with this man who is a gold digger. And it's what her life takes place after she marries this man, I guess. The next book in my favorite edition is Silas Marner by George Eliot, and George Eliot is my favorite novelist, and this book is George Eliot's favorite among hers. And this book is about this man who is kind of gets rejected by society, and he lives only for his money and his work. But once it happens that his money is stolen, and in its place he gets this orphan child. And George Eliot is someone who is really successful in depicting the rural life of the Victorian period. So I'm really excited to read this book. The next book is The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy by Lawrence Sterne, and this book is something really hilarious and humorous. But during the time this novel was published, critics were really shocked, and really they hated this book. But I really loved its synopsis. It's about this gentleman called Tristram Shandy, and he talks about his life really in a humorous way. And he doesn't appear in this book till after the second part, I guess. And this edition is the evergreen Alma Classic edition, and I am in love with this edition. It has some illustrations like this one. I think it's part of the story or something. I'm not sure, but I really love this cover. The next book is The History of Tom Jones, A Fondling by Henry Fielding, and this book is said to be the first comic novel to be produced in the late 18th century, and this book is about Tom Jones, who is this ideal man about town who is betrayed by his relatives and is exiled from society, and it's his struggle to get back into the society that constitutes the story of this novel. And I'm really excited for the read along of this book, which is going to take place in September over at Instagram. So the last book in this pile is Don Quixote by Kevin Tis, and this book is an adventure novel, and it's a Spanish classic which is translated into English, and this is about this man who is really intrigued by the stories of chivalry and knighthood, and he himself embarks on this journey with his sidekick to be a knight, and that is when trouble starts. And this book is really hilarious and adventurous, as I have heard about this book, and I am really looking forward to reading this book real soon. So these are all the classic fiction books that I bought during this lockdown, and if you like this video, then like and subscribe for similar upcoming book haul videos. And the next book haul video is going to be classic non-fiction books that I bought during this lockdown. And I will meet you in my next video. Till then, have a safe lockdown. Bye guys!